Good morning. It is, let's see here, June. And I just got another update that didn't change my full self-driving number. The newest update for the 2018 Model S 75D as of June 7th at 6:27 a.m. 1 minute ago. We are fully up to date. I don't know what it did. Let's find out. I know for the last month and a half or so I've already disengaged it and we're not going anywhere. Put a turn signal on and we are going, even though I don't think I set a destination. It's in that trip. It figured I wanted to go home, so no, I want to go to it's gonna be another hot one today. So 29 miles away, there is a nice little spot on the top of Mount Rose. Nope, we want to turn left here. It is fun to take a right. Go all the way around the other way. The plan. But no, not needed. A bunch of empty boxes. Probably stuff for a semi. Yesterday they had the Pegasus working. Today I don't see it moving. Oh man, I totally deleted yesterday's video. Did not upload it. That sucks. That's why I need a better editor. The current editor's like, I ain't doing shit. Wonder if it runs on propane. So the reason why I'm going up the mountain is because it's already about 70 degrees outside. And it's gonna be 96 today. The bumpy road. Tesla Semi. Tesla Semi factory. Kind of a extreme slowdown for that last one. Missed the one before the last one, if you didn't notice. Those speed bumps aren't too bad. There are some pretty bad ones though. If you're used to Michigan speed bumps, Nevada speed bumps, they don't mess around. General Lee. Gotta stop looking around. I won't get another chance. Pedestrian on the road. It braked for a second, and it does see them on the visualization. But it realized that they were not a threat. I'm optimistic that Elon and Trump will patch things up at least a little bit. Hearing that, the reason why the Epstein files haven't come out yet is because of Trump being in the report or records or whatever. It's kind of discouraging a little bit. I think, everybody makes mistakes. And that guy was definitely trying to get a hold of all the richest and most powerful people. I can only hope that Trump was, as not a drinker, no drug taker of all, of any kind, it sounds like. I doubt that Epstein would ever be able to get Trump in a compromised situation. So hopefully, if anything, Trump can explain his part. It's interesting how no reporter has asked him about that yet at the Oval Office. And on Joe Rogan's podcast with the FBI director, Kash Patel, I think his name is. When they did that, this just in tweet, new Model Y, I think. Yeah, sweet. Fascinated on how the plate installs to the bumper. It's weird. But yeah, Kash Patel was real tight-lipped, like, I know my lane. And it is not anywhere near the Trump and Elon lane. I'm staying out of that one. Obviously, you know well, maybe you don't, obviously, who I support in the divorce. But, it is very, very disappointing. And hopefully it's a 5D chess, WWF old school switcheroo. Like, it definitely raised a lot of awareness about the bill. And if we can't get people to really, really, really get riled up about this bill with that storm, man, I couldn't think of a more perfect storm to generate, 100 million views in hours or something? It was crazy. Do have somebody creeping up on us from the left. Let's see if the car is going to try to blast it around. Because we were getting down to like 61 and chill. We were straight up chilling. What's up, Patrick? Bottom line is we need to correct the ship before we go over the edge. Doesn't matter who's the richest person in the world if the richest person in the world's money is worthless because their country went bankrupt. So, yeah. Kind of weird. We have some things we need to get done here. We need to get to Mars. We have to make the human species a multi-planet species. We have to keep exploring the universe. I can feel the car making all kinds of decisions. I'm not sure how they coordinate to thoughts, but I do try to think backwards. It's 65 through here. I'm in chill mode. And we are supposed to go at the speed of traffic, according to the law. So we are pretty cruising behind this guy. We have like 67. And I could just feel, the brakes and the accelerator and watching the numbers dip down and come back up. The car is trying to decide if it wants to pass this person or not. In my, I don't know, crazy idea of what the car is thinking. Speaking of which, I was telling a guy at work how my wife still has the settings on her car where the lady talks to her, so she logs in. It was crazy. I forget the exact situation, but she was in her mode, and the lady was talking and just interrupting us in a conversation and being rude as hell and everything. I'm like, I don't know what you got going on with your mode, but I know she doesn't talk to me like that. Is there any way you can turn it down or something? Or do you really need to know where full self-driving is taking you? Take exit 22.5 mile. You're already taking me there, right? I mean, that's why I was telling the guy at work, only one time in the last year and a half is this messed up. Now it says I could take a slower route, and I might be down for the slower route. Yeah. It's only 4 minutes slower, 3 minutes slower. And it saves some time. 32 miles currently versus 28 miles. It saves 4 miles. I think I'd rather save the miles than the time. No rush. But yeah, so I told the guy at work only one time, and that was because GPS data was compromised or something. Some crazy crap was going down, and I don't know, an update fixed it. But for a while there, it could not route me to the ski resort for some reason. I don't know what data was wrong or what was freaking it out, but it routed me. It was going to route me all the way, like 600 miles out of my way. I'm like, what are you talking about? I should be able to get there with one charge, no problem, and get back on the same charge. One thing I did check, I had 216 miles of range, estimated 216 now. So I have lost approximately 16 miles of range over the last 100,000 miles that I've been driving the car. Because when I got the car, the range was 230-ish, I want to say. I saw 230 at least once, maybe twice, before I started seeing 225s a lot. Around 225 is when I thoroughly came on board with, you should just go by percentages and not by numbers, because the mileage don't mean anything. It's all about how much electricity you're going to use. And if you don't use a whole lot of electricity to get where you're going, then you'll have a lot of electricity to spend on miles. But if you use a lot of electricity to get where you're going, then those miles are going to cost more. So 1 mile does not equate to 1.5 watts or whatever. I mean, on average, sure, you got your averages and stuff, but this mile could take 3 watts, and the next mile we might take 0.1 watt or something. I don't know, because when we're coming down Mount Rose, we'll be, for each of those miles coming back down the mountain, it's going to be negative watts. It's going to take negative energy. It's going to take, I'm going to have, in theory, unlimited miles or whatever. Yeah, at that rate. Let's just always go down the mountain. I could have the best like, was doing this wishy-washy thing. Just get over. One nice continuous switch. What's up with this slow half turn? Like, are you sure you're still good? Yeah, let's keep going. Here's some marks on the road, and the car did nothing. Shadows on the road. The car is not freaking out at all. But yeah, I think Elon and Trump are better for the country together. Maybe, I mean, I believe Elon 100. Go. Green light. I'm gonna get yelled at. I had to hit the grass. The guy behind me was definitely gonna honk any second later. I don't know if it would have if it would have finally went on its own, or maybe it went exactly when I pushed the accelerator button, but yeah, that was just way too long at the intersection. The thing went ding. The car knew the light was green. Why wasn't it going? You know, at certain points like that, I am trying to look back and see why, and I can find out why. Like, there was some reason why. Like, if you're at a red light and the light turns green and the car doesn't go, maybe make sure that you're not going to get smoked as soon as you go into the intersection because there's somebody running the red light the other way. You know, like, maybe the car was like, that guy was coming at me too fast from the side. I know he's supposed to have a red light, but the trajectory would have definitely crashed us if we were going to pull out, even though our light was green. And I waited until, you know, I was certain that they were actually going to turn left and stop there and not continue forward. Although in chill mode, to me, it seemed like the car really did take off at that intersection just now. It's like, man. Yeah, the idea is to reduce the deficit, not just reduce the spending. And I understand the Republicans' main counterpoint that they don't know how much we're going to save. We don't know how much revenue these things are going to generate. So Elon's cuts appear to be way too drastic for both parties to even possibly comprehend. And that's the reason why Elon doesn't want the bill, because it doesn't cut enough. It adds to the deficit. On paper, you know, maybe when it actually rolls out, it's going to be better. Who knows? But Elon wants to plan for the best outcome, so we should cut all the shit that we don't need. And then if, you know, things do work out better than what we expected, at least that will be awesome-er, like even better. We're trying to get to that certain point where money isn't really a thing. Like, you just do whatever you want to do with your life. And hopefully figure it out. The way we do that is through tons and tons of these robots doing all of our jobs. Which, hopefully that works out. At the very least, it should be pretty interesting. Looks like we still got some snow up there on Mount Rose. Let's see if we can find any. I think I passed the Psionic like 6 times now. Let me know in the comments below. So yeah, it's been so long since I've had that last problem where it couldn't get me to where I wanted to go. Like, for some reason the GPS marker got compromised where I had saved on the map. Same thing happened with work. Like, it couldn't get me to work for a while. Because they couldn't drop a pin on a map. Or the location just wasn't populated anymore. I don't know. I guess it was weird. But it was definitely an issue that they resolved through software update. And I have not looked back since. Like, I don't need to know. I mean, I guess it was nice for me to pop in and see that taking a scenic route saved me 4 miles and energy. Miles of energy, yo. Trying to do better at not saying things that are inappropriate, I guess. Because in order to say a lot of the things that I get to see and talk about at work, you have to have signed an NDA. It's definitely an awesome place to work. If you're interested, hit me up. I can get you wherever you want to go. Possibly. If you got a good enough resume, I can hook you up with all the possibilities of where in the world you can go to work at Tesla. Because it's everywhere. $45, but at night it's $35. That says I'm going 42, and I'm going 42. My speedometer is always dead nuts on. It's fun to mess with those things too, to watch the acceleration burst. Carrot Avenue, Veterans Parkway. What's that, Britton? Brady said, Is anybody in the country actually using these bicycle lanes? Because, yeah, we had the same thing going in Kalamazoo, Michigan, making it look all weird. And I have never seen a person biking in the bike lane, either in Kalamazoo or out here in Nevada. I see people biking on the highway. I think that was a Ford Mustang Mach-E. Feels like it's trying to guess the light, and that we actually rolled forward a little bit. And that time, the car didn't ding for the green light. Interesting. Tacos. I feel like it's trying to guess the light again. Oh man. COVID. We're on the street, there's a new strain. I don't think I've ever stopped on that. Rallies. Is it rallies or rallies? It's like a awesome grocery store. Looks like, I don't know, Trader Joe's on steroids. Rivian. Sorry, everybody. I'm not going to be able to make it back to Michigan for the kayaking trip this year or the annual family reunion I gotta stay focused on the projects at home. Slow vehicles must use turnouts. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to go into hurry mode. So I don't want to be the one that has to be slow to turn out. That one already slowed to turn out. Preemptive turnout. So far, nobody behind me. Haha, there it is. I was so blinded by the light, I couldn't see the steering wheel mag. Was just about ready to be like, game over. Slow vehicle turnout. Nobody's following me still. Just making sure that it could go faster. I wasn't minimizing it. Because we do have someone on the tail. Meow. Should I turn out? We got two people behind me now. It's like if you want to get snow, you gotta go way to the tippy top. I don't know if I want to go that high. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Yeah. Pull out. And then get back up there. I'm not the slowest one no more, yay. And there's nobody behind me either. I'm following the law. Looks like I might actually be able to get to Aspen. It's not too far to walk. Yeah, looks like it's right off the highway. I can just reach out and grab it. It's snow in June. I see a bicyclist. That guy sees a bicyclist. The car wanted me to park there, but I don't want to park there. But the car's never once lost that GPS location. So that's my still preferred route to go to, I guess. But yeah. My dropped pin for my top secret hiding location, courtesy of Scott Molly. See if they got snow up there. Okay, take her out. That might be my friend Scott right there. He went to a different shift. Well, the snow that was here last week is definitely gone. But I think I'm going to back that thing up. Yeah. Let's see how this works. Alright, y'all. See you in about 8 hours or so. Thanks for watching. Love you. Bye.